Welcome back to another episode of Wolf Eats Camel. This is episode 2. Lots changed last week. Shit's still going down. The straits are still not open. If we take a look at oil, I mean, a lot of chop. A lot of chop. In terms of updates this last week, the ceasefire was extended with Iran. The stock market's new all-time highs, just keeps grinding up. A huge blow up here. Historic. And the trends kind of continue, you know? The trends continue. If you look at crypto overall, we've just been grinding up. A little daily uptrend here, which now we're potentially losing. There is no real edge here, in my opinion, with Bitcoin right now. The edge that I see is in short-term volatility in names like Poet, which announced yesterday they're losing some contract or something, down 50%. And then this is what I was eyeing this morning. I took my time getting to it, and I missed it. Go extended hours here. You can kind of see a little inverse head and shoulders. Yeah, there you go. Take a look at that. Boom, boom, boom. And then if you go back to regular, whoops, damn, that sucked. You can see here right off of the fucking bat. You get this 1 minute crush. Well, you gap down 1 minute crush, and you could set up a trade somewhere here, risk into the lows, because we know most likely scenario in this case is because we went down 50% yesterday. Then we gapped down this morning. You know, most likely scenario in a normally trading market is a bounce. So that you got to be kind of looking along, especially when you see something like this. You know, this clear level here, just huge liquidations, clear level, bounce. Then you come back down, you break it for a little bit, then you reclaim it, and you bounce. You start trading back in this range. That's kind of telling you, hey, you know, bears are probably exhausted. Because at this point, right here, we're down 55% or more. So you can see this morning, gap down. You know, this is what I was looking for. I'm just pissed I missed it. You know, get in somewhere over here and risk to this low. And what a trade that would have been. 12%. When I was looking at it, I was risking about 2, something like that. 2 for 11, 12. I mean, that's money to be made right there. If we looked at kind of the broader themes here, I'd like this chart. Some manufacturing, whatever. I think Trump's got some stake in this, or the government does. A simple statement here. Hold this trend line, which happens to line up with this. Let me get my EMA up. EMA 12. If we hold this level here, why wouldn't we make a move like this? Really simple. You know, when I'm trading, I like to just keep things simple because there's a lot of information. You keep it as simple as possible. It's the best thing to do. You know, try to try to put some limits in, get in a little lower, and look for it to bounce, sell some, and let the rest go, man. I mean, you know, the first target would be here, 30, 31, 32. The next target would be 40. You know, so that's something I'm looking for. This is another name I'm super bullish on. I know nothing about this company. Nothing. All I know is that this chart looks great. I mean, like, if you know anything about TA, this is the weekly, right? We've been trading sideways here in this range for how long? A year. A year of sideways. A year. And now we just broke out, we pulled back, and now we're retesting this yearly bottom. You know this. You know what this reminds me of? This reminds me of the Argentinian bottom. Those good Argentinian bottoms. I know we love them. Let's go. Nope. There we go. Where is it? Yeah, here's a couple names. Look at this. Not as clean, right? Not as clean. Lots of chop on this chart. This is also another one. This is a bank, Argentinian bank. You know, you got a lot of chop. I was in this for part of it. I missed mainly the whole freaking move, but I was in it around here and chopping around. What else? This is another one. This one's more clean. You know, look at that. Traded sideways here for well over a year in this range right here. Yeah, for like 2 years. Right, you see sideways like that for a couple of years, you expect a couple of years of, you know, explosion, and that's exactly what you see here. So, you know, going back to this chart, is that what's going to happen here? Who knows? Uh, who knows? I would I would say probably, but I mean this market cap is nothing. So, you know, it could just pump and it could be over. Either way, it's a good risk reward here. You know, this is a pretty clear level. I'm, you know, I'd close under this and look to get back in if we start closing back above this range. But this is really what I'm looking for. I'm looking for this. You know, I'll take some off somewhere around here. I've been kind of building a position last week. I think I'm in around here somewhere. So if we get a nice bounce, 50+% bounce, I'll sell some. Car. Let's chat about this. This is insane to see. Insane to see. I was watching this. Absolute mayhem. Look at this. 21 days. 21 days just up every single day. Every single day. That is just broken. That is just a broken market. So wild. You know, and you can learn a lot of things from these charts. You really can. I mean, if you look, I bet you. Oh, I bet you this was riding an EMA. I bet you on some time frame. This is the 4 hour time frame. Never even touched it. Never even touched it. You know, if this was on my radar earlier, it would have been an easy thing to just look at and go, well, this is a simple situation. You know, if we've been holding this EMA, if we continue to not even touch it, I'm gonna stay long. You know, you try to get in on a red candle and you know, don't look back. Of course, everything's obvious in hindsight. The hourly, just total melt up, holding the EMA, boom, down, right back above it, right back above it, right back above it. Just every time. I mean, that, it's stuff like this where you can kind of rinse, repeat, and just um, try to just stack wins. And then, a huge reversal. And as soon as you lose that EMA for real, second hourly close below it, it's just absolute mayhem. Absolute mayhem. This is what happens when um, you're all the way up here, $700, $800. Everybody's looking at the options premium and they're going, "Oh my gosh, I can make a fortune. All I got to do is sell some puts in the 400s. This thing isn't going to dump 40, 50% by Friday, right? Because this was Tuesday, Wednesday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Yeah, you're like, oh, it's not going to drop 50% by Friday. And then it starts to drop, and all of those market makers that sold puts down here, they have to start shorting. They just have to. And like, look at this. 5-minute EMA never crossed, just absolute bear control the whole way. Mayhem, blood, carnage, death, guts. You think it's over down here? Lol. Drop another 25%. And then you think it's over right here? Look, this is exactly the previous setup I was just showing, where you break, then you break barely, then you reclaim this level. Look, that doesn't look like much, but that's a good trade right there. 10%, with all this volatility, that's great. And then, you come back down, wicket, come back up, holding this level, holding this level. Wow, it looks like a bottom, it looks like a bottom. And then Monday, you just gap down even more, as it's just all of these market makers just have to sell, sell, sell. There will be a squeeze. There will be a big ass bounce on this thing. I don't know when it is, but it's coming. I'd want to see something like we chop around, kind of like we're doing right now, and then we get a move where we break up into a previous day's range, pull back, make a level, make me convinced that you're going to hold it, and then I'll probably try to get long a little higher and just ride a little bit of it, for 15 minutes, just moving my stop up. Because these things you don't want to give it a whole big leash, you know. With this kind of volatility, you'll get yourself in some real trouble. So absolutely insane, just like a penny stock, right? Pump and dump, except 21 days of pumping. Absolutely insane. All right. These are the money makers, guys. Repeat, these are the money makers. This is how I make my money. It's things that are going up, things that are trending easy. Make life easy. Look, I'm going to just keep talking about this EMA. Look at it. Look. Guys. Boom, you break it. Now we're chopping around. Now who knows what's going on. There's a key support here. Held it. If you're long from lower down, you have nothing to worry about right now. We start breaking below that. I'm starting to get a bit worried. And then I'll look to get long lower. I mean, this thing is a beast, man. This thing is an absolute beast. Look at it. Since 2023, 3 years of up. And it doesn't look like it's over. This price action does not look over. Distribution? Maybe. Maybe. Probably not. You know? Look at the monthly EMA. Look at that. Boom. 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 TRX. Nobody freaking likes this coin except me, I guess. Because I like making money. Buy dips on this thing. Wait until we get back above this EMA. Here's a trade setup for you. Wait until we, get back up above this. Reclaim it. Try to buy off of an EMA. Try to ride it. Easy peasy, guys. Make money easy, not the hard way. We don't need to nail bottoms or tops or this or that. You know, why trade Bitcoin when TRX looks like that? You know, Bitcoin's been holding its EMA too. Look. Been holding it. We're below it right now. Are we going to turn around? Maybe. Doesn't matter because I'm just not interested in it. It hasn't confirmed a weekly uptrend. It hasn't done anything good. Let's take a look at gold. People still bullish gold. Super bullish gold. That looks just like a weekly lower high. It's set now, right? Look. That is a weekly lower high. We're breaking support. We have a head and shoulders set up here. Dinky little head, shoulder, shoulder, neckline. Let's see down here somewhere on gold. Right? What was I saying the last stream? I'm not as bullish gold as an internet camel that I know. Don't think that. And look at this EMA. Gonna keep bringing it back. Held all this way. If you just said I'm long as long as this weekly EMA 12 is holding, you would have gotten faked out right here, and then you would have got back in. All this way, you would have been long. That's not, it's not my style. I have gold that I bought like in a long time ago, 1300, somewhere 2020, somewhere around here. And I'm just not selling it. I don't care. It's peace of mind. I sleep easy. I do use this as a trading vehicle though. And this looks different than the last 2-3 years, right? It looks different. So let it be different. Don't force it. Let's talk about things that I said last week you want to be buying. Maybe. Allegedly. Where was that? I was talking about XLE. XLE. Right? First pullback on the weekly of this whole move. So far, so good. So far, so good. You know? Broke this downtrend. I don't really have to draw that for you, but there you go. Broke it. And now we're starting a little daily uptrend. You know? Are we going to melt up? I don't know. All I know is that this is the must-hold level for me. If we close below that level, I'm out. And we move on. Semis. Absolute melt up. Don't know why this wouldn't continue. Obviously not a place to be buying. Not interested in it. What was another one? DBC. Oh. Look at that. Weekly bull flag. Bull break. There's a trade right here, guys. There's a trade. Look for a pullback. Play off of this level. Play off of this right here. You know, let the bears prove to you that they are in control by playing bullish until it stops working. Play bullish until it stops working. You got to just follow the trend. Follow the trend. Let's check this chart. I haven't actually looked at this for a while. Oh, new highs. Wow. Monthly bull flag. Wow. 5 trillion? I don't know what that's got to do with anything. Oh, shit. Are we going to 10 trillion? Oh, that's a big round number. Is it at 5 trillion right now? Yeah, it is. Oh my gosh, so much freaking money. I mean, show me some closes above 212, you know? Show me some closes above 212. Right now, I'm not convinced. This is a nice bull flag here on the daily to a bull break, but I am not convinced that we're not going to cuck and do something like this. But if we continue to hold, I mean, guys, all of the freaking CTAs, everybody's going to be hopping in this thing and it's going to get wild. So, you know, if we kind of trade up here for a couple days, pull back, hold some level, just give me anything, and we start getting price acceptance above 212, as in trading days above 212, then I will be very interested in getting along and riding it potentially till the end of the year. Um, we'll see. We'll see. This is hot on the radar right now. Let's take a look at my hot list. XMR, this is a nice chart. You know, I mean, this is not so nice yesterday. Bull break, no follow through. Tells you to pump the brakes, see what's going on. Back above the weekly EMA. This is one to watch for sure. Sol, trash. Absolute trash. I was hoping for one last scam of the year. But we might not. We might not even get this. We might just hold this EMA like we have since October and just frickin' cuck. Cuck down. 50. We'll see. We'll see. Circle. Still, it's chatting. I'm not super comfy. I am long, and I'm not comfy. We're just cucking down. We need to see something soon. If we break this level, I'm out. I closed out a Voyager for a break even. I bought this. I was in 29 something. And I sold for a little L. What else am I in? Just a lot of quick trades. Got stopped out of XRP. All my crypto got stopped out. Still in Hood. I like Hood. Still looking good. I sold this. I'm looking to get back in. This is one of those transport charter companies for Strait of Hormuz crisis trade. Other than that, just chilling. I mean, you know, what else is going on? Not much. Just a war, maybe.